Hello my dear students. Today we are going to discuss fifth chapter, internet work connectivity, browsing and network security. That is internet work connectivity, browsing and network security of data communication and computer network, which carries 15 marks and it is having a 6 hours unit. 6 hour unit. In that, first question is, what is browsing? What is browsing? Short for web browser. A browser is a software application used to locate, retrieve, and display content on the World Wide Web, including web pages, images, video, and other files. As a other files. As a client server model, the browser is the client run on a computer or mobile device that contacts the web server and requests information. Requests information. Next, what is www or define www? That is World Wide Web. So huge set of interlinked documents accessible via internet. Accessing huge information and documents via internet. Billions of web pages stored on computer around the world which can be accessed via internet. This is nothing but a World Wide Web. That is www. Next question is, write short note on web server. Write short note on web server. Web server is a IT, that is information technology component that processes user requests via HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. A web server stores, processes and deliver web page to client. Web server works as receive request from client, generate response, send response to client. This is the web server diagram. You can see that client, web server, secondary, storage. You can see in the picture. Next, a user agent initiates the communication by sending a HTTP request for the specific resource. Server processes the user request, search the requested content in its database, and responds with the content of that resource or an error message if unable to do so. Most popular web servers are Apache HTTP server, Microsoft IIS, Lightpad Jigsaw server, Lightpad Jigsaw server. Next, write short note on remote login. Write short note on remote login. What is remote login? Remote login means to access native computer from the other computer on the network when you are connected to internet. What does remote login do? Remote login allows workers to access their work computers from any internet enabled device, including home computers, laptops. So you can see in the picture where how remote access can be done. requires from remote login. Remote login requires three components: software downloaded, internet connection, secure desktop sharing network. Remote login will only work if the host computer is powered on, connected to the internet, and running the desktop sharing software. Each time you open and run the desktop sharing software on the host computer, the software starts a new session. Each session has a particular ID and or password that is required to remotely log in to the host computer. Once the session has been established, most desktop sharing software quietly runs in the background of the host computer until a remote login request is made. Next, write a short note on local login. How does local login occur? When a user logs into a time sharing system, it is called local login. As the user types at the terminal, the keystrokes are accepted by the terminal driver, which are in turn sent to OS. The OS interprets the character and invokes the desired application program accordingly. Next. Next question is write the classification of firewalls. Classification of firewalls: network layer and pocket filters, application layer, proxies, network address translation. Next question is short note on packet filtering firewalls. You can see in the picture, it is having internet, then pocket filtering router, and security perimeter. Firewall packet filters are simplest of the components, uses transport layer information only, IP source address, destination address, protocol next header, TCP, UDP, ICMC, TCP or UDP source and destination ports, TCP flags, ICMP message type. Examples: DNS uses port 53, no incoming port 53 packets except known trusted servers. How to configure a packet filter? Start with a security policy, specify allowable packets in terms of logical expression on packet fields, rewrite expressions in syntax support by your vendor. General rules: least privilege, all that is not expressly permitted is prohibited. If you do not need it, eliminate it. Next, usage of packet filters. Filtering with incoming or outgoing interfaces. Examples: ingress filtering of spoofed IP address. Egress filtering permits or denies certain services, requires intimate knowledge of TCP and UDP port utilization of a number of operating systems. Next, short note on stateful inspection firewall. That is, now short note on stateful inspection firewall. Traditional packet filters do not examine higher layer context, that is, matching return packets with outgoing flow. Stateful packet filter Filters address this need. They examine each IP packet in context, keep track of client-server sessions, check each packet widely belongs to one, hence are better able to detect bogus packets out of context. Explain the operation of router, switch, hub, gateway, bridge and repeater. First one is router, network layer device. A router is a device like a switch that routes data packets based on their IP addresses. Routers normally connect LANs and WANs together, or a LAN, its ISP's network. For example, your PC and your service provider have a dynamically updating routing table based on which they make decisions on routing the data packets. Routers are located at gateways, the places where two or more networks connect. Routers are packet headers and forwarding tables to determine the best path for forwarding the packets. And they use protocols to communicate with each other and configure the best route between any two hosts. Any two hosts. This is the picture how in market router will be there. Next, this is router diagram. You can see router is connected to switches. Next, switches to hub, hub to computers. Next, you want to extend that network, then you connect a bridge to next other nodes. Next network device is switch. It is a hardware device, a high speed device that receives incoming data packets and redirects them to their destination on a local area network. That is LAN. A LAN switch operates at the data link layer or the network layer of the OSI model. A switch, however, keeps a record of the MAC address of all the devices connected to it. Switches also run in full duplex mode. This is the switch, how it is available in the market or any working environmental. How switch work: reads incoming TCP IP data packets, frames containing destination information as they pass into one or more input ports. The destination information in the packets is used to determine which output ports will be used to send the data on its intended destination. Node to node communication in the same network. Next device is hub, a hardware device, physical layer device, a common connection point for devices in a network, connects the multiple computers or other network devices together. Hubs connect segments of a LAN, work as repeaters. It has no routing tables or intelligence on where to send information. Broadcast all network data across each connection. In the post, network hubs were popular because they were cheaper than a switch or a router. Today, switches do not cost much more than a hub and are a much better solution for any network. So you can see hub picture. Hub is connected to all the clients. Types of hub: LAN hub, USB hub. You can see LAN hub and USB hub. How network hub works: a hub is an inexpensive way to connect devices on a network. Data travels around a network in packets and a hub forwards these data packets out to all the devices connected to its ports. As a hub distributes packets to every device on the network, when a packet is destined for only one device, every other device connected to the hub receives that packet. Sometimes slow down the network because of traffic collisions. Sometimes slow down the network because of traffic collision. Next, what are the similarities between switches and hubs? Switches are similar to hubs but smarter than hubs. A hub simply connects all the nodes on the network communication in broadcast, resulting in many collisions. A switch, on the other hand, creates an electronic tunnel between the source and destination ports. No other traffic can enter. This results in communication without collisions. Next network device is gateway. A gateway, as the name suggests, is a passage to connect two networks together that may work upon different networking models. They basically works as the messenger agents that take data from one system, interpret it, and transfer it to other system. Gateways are also called protocol converters and can operate at any network layer. Gateways are generally more complex than switch or router. So you can connect gateway in network. In this picture you can easily or you can clearly identify that gateways serve as the entry and exit point of a network. All data routed inward or outward must first pass through and communicate with the gateway in order to use routing paths. Generally, a router is configured to work as a gateway device in computer networks. The gateway is implemented at the boundary of a network to manage all the data communication is routed internally or externally from that network. Besides routing packets, gateways also passes information about the host network's internal paths. So these are the network devices, that is hub, switch, or network device symbols, you can say hub, switch, bridge, router. Next is bridge. Next network device is bridge, that is hardware device works at data link layer. It provides interconnection with other bridge networks that use the same protocol, connecting two different networks together and providing communication between them. Bridges are similar to repeaters and hubs in that they broadcast data to every node. Bridges maintain the media access control address table as soon as they discover new segments. So subsequent transmissions are sent to only to the desired recipient So where bridge can be connected in the network, two hubs are connected by bridge. How bridges work? A bridge uses a database to discover where to pass, transmit, or discard the data frame. If the frame received by bridge is meant for a segment that resides on the same host network, it will pass the frame to that node and the receiving bridge will then discard it. If the bridge receives a frame, those node MAC address is of the connected network. It will forward the frame toward it. Next device or next network device is repeater. A repeater operates at the physical layer. Its job is to regenerate the signal over the same network before the signal becomes too weak or corrupted. It extends the length to which the signal can be transmitted over the same network. An important point to be noted about the repeaters is that they do not amplify the signal. When the signal becomes weak, they copy the signal bit by bit and regenerates it at the original strength. So this is the picture, or this is the how you will identify a repeater in the market. You can see in the diagram. Next, why network security is required? Why network security is required? By definition, network security is the protection of networks and their services from unauthorized modification, destruction, or disclosure, and provision of assurance that the network performs its critical functions correctly and there are no harmful side effects. Basically, meaning that network security makes sure that you are the only one who can use and gain access to your network, which helps you keep intruders or hackers from getting to your information on your computer. Today, people do a lot of tasks online, such as banking, shopping, reservations, etc., right from the comfort of their home. With these privileges comes the need to input important information into web pages where you don't know who is reading the information on the other side or who is spying on what you do from a separate location. Next is why. Next is why. So next is why firewalls are required, or write a short note on firewalls. A firewall is a system of computer and software that provides security to the computer network of an origination. It is generally implemented at every point of contact between a network and the outside internet, and as such it filters all the data packets going in or coming out of the network. A common practice is to let the flow of outgoing data packets pass unrestricted and unchanged, while filtering the flow of incoming packets according to a predefined set of rules called the rules base. A data packet that matches a rule in the rule base is allowed to pass through the firewall into the network. The remaining packets are considered unsafe for the network and hence are discarded by firewall. So this is how firewall, or why firewalls are required. Next is explain internal and external threats in network security. Explain internal and external threats in network security. So here we will discuss first internal threat in network security. An internal security threat occurs when someone from inside your network creates a security threat to your network. The study has found that of the 70% of companies that had security which is 60% of these breaches come from internal sources. Some of these security breaches were millions in intent, other were accidental. Therefore you should not just be concerned about protecting the perimeters of your network. You should also aim to protect every key resource and service. Sources of internal threats. Sources of internal threats become a victim of phishing schemes, open malicious mails, access corporate systems on unknown and untrusted sources, loop laptop or USB devices, in insufficient insufficient vetting of employees, taking advantage of excessive database privileges, introduce a corrupted device to the corporate network, social engineering ways to prevent internal security threats, or you can say internal and external threats. Next is explain external threats. A external security threat occurs when someone outside your network creates a security threat to your network. If you are using an intrusion detection system IDS which detects attacks as they occur, you probably will be mildly shocked at the number of probes and attacks that occur against your network daily. So here sources of external threats: criminal syndicates, state sponsored actors, hackers. So here ways to protect external and internal security threats are: access data voluntarily, calculate risk scores, train your workforce, remove excessive privileges, encrypt data, embrace the cloud, keep up with the changing security landscape. So this is the external threats and ways to protect external threats. Here some of the applications of network devices, that is list the applications of router, bridge, routers, gateways and switches, etc. So applications of repeaters. First one is applications of repeaters in digital communication system, in a wireless communication systems, in satellite communications, in a cellular telephone systems, in a fiber optic network, in a bus topology. Next is applications of router, access, core and distribution, security, routing different networks, internet connectivity and internal use, port forwarding, voice, data, fax, video processing. Next is applications of bridges. Applications of bridges connects the different networks together and develops communication between them. It connects two LANs, builds a large network, controls the flow of data, inspect the MAC address of the devices connected to segment. These are the applications of bridges. Next, applications of applications of applications of gateways. Connects multiple networks, helps to share information across network, interrupt the data from one network protocol to another, provides network security. Next, applications of switches. Switches are used to the network connection point for host at the edge of a network. Switches are also used deeper in the networks to provide connections between the switches at the edge. Port mirroring. Modern switches avoids the need for attached devices such as a VoIP phone or wireless access point. Next application is used in redundant power circuits connected to UPS. So these, with this applications of network devices, we will end the chapter and it will carries the 15 marks. Please go through this and get maximum marks in the examination. Thank you.